Welcome to Zentiva Sustainability Podcast. At Zentiva, we believe that each and every one of us can contribute to taking care of our planet and do what we can to protect it so that future generations can enjoy life as much as we do. We act today for a sustainable tomorrow, and as part of our environmental pathway, we find it important to educate and empower our associates, and we warmly invite you to join us and follow our new initiative, the Zentiva Sustainability Podcast, with a series of episodes where experts explain different areas of environmental protection.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alicia Alfaro, and I'm External Communication of Spain and Portugal. In today's podcast, we are talking about responsible fashion. First of all, I would like to introduce our guest, Javier Saborido, technician in the area of transformative education for global citizens at Madre Coraje in Spain. Madre Coraje is committed to recycling clothes as a form of financing and as an environmentally friendly initiative. And through the episode, we will try to get to know more about their actions and how they can personally contribute to this cause. Hello, Javier.
Hello, Alicia.
One of the most striking data regarding the environmental cost of creating clothes is that the industry is responsible of the 10% of the global CO2 emissions. But this is only one of the aspects. The others include the water use and negative social impact, among others. It is obvious that the sector transformation is a critical milestone that needs to be achieved. How do you assess the effort in this area?
First of all, thanks for the opportunity. It's a pleasure for us for being here and answering your question. The fashion industry's environmental and social impacts have indeed garnered increasing attention in recent years, prompting discussions and initiatives aimed at transforming the sector. The scale of transformation required is substantial. Just in Spain, about 9,000 tons of clothing are thrown away every year, and 88% ends up in landfills. The fashion business has many links in the supply chain, and in each of them, there are challenges and things to change. In all the links, from raw material production to manufacturing and retail, distribution, sale and disposal. And the supply chain itself must mutate from a linear to a circular chain. We believe that the measures that would bring about immediate, relevant changes are above all policy measures. Of course, we need a huge and continuous effort from all stakeholders.
Perfect, that's really interesting. I would also like to comment with you. What are the trends and examples in the clothing industry that are showing a significant engagement and shift towards sustainable clothing production and usage?
Several trends and examples illustrate the fashion industry's increasing engagement and shift towards sustainable clothing production and usage. For example, about recycled materials, brands are incorporating recycled materials into their products, such as recycled polyester, nylon, regenerated fibers from post-consumer waste, or take-back programs. They are very important. Some brands are implementing these programs, allowing customers to return old garments for recycling or upcycling. Also, the circular design. For example, Stella McCartney incorporates circular design principles by utilizing sustainable materials and focusing on longevity in her collections. Also, fashion collaborative initiatives like the Fashion Pact, a coalition of global fashion companies committed to environmental goals, including biodiversity, ocean protection, and climate change. It's also important the transparency and traceability. For example, Everlane is a company known for its commitment to transparency, sharing details about the cost breakdown of each product and the factories where they are produced. And to finish, the rental and second-hand markets. It's important that clothing rental platforms exist and sustainable fashion education. For example, the Fashion Revolution movement promotes awareness about the true cost of fashion and encourages consumers to ask brands who made my clothes.
It's really nice. And now I would like to focus a little bit more on Madre Coraje labor. How a civic, non-governmental organizations like yours see their role in tackling the problem? What are your ideas, focus, and how do you make a positive impact in the world?
Civic and NGOs play a crucial role in addressing the environmental and social challenges associated with the fashion industry. Their efforts encompass a wide range of activities, including advocacy, awareness campaigns, research, and collaboration with other stakeholders. But my organization, Madre Coraje, is a small NGO that does not only deal with fashion, but also with other global issues and cooperation and so on. Therefore, we are not specialists in the field of fashion, but for these reasons, it is easier for us to reach out to the general public, teachers, students, and young people than to deal with legislators, industry, or big companies. But probably Madre Coraje's greatest contribution to reducing consumption comes from our own activity. Not only do we raise awareness about fast fashion and consumerism, but recycling and upcycling of clothes is an activity of the organization itself. For example, we offer citizens 3 alternatives to make a change through secondhand. First, clothing donation bins. People can deposit their used clothes in bins, containers, that we have distributed in the streets of several Spanish cities. If it is new and with a label, we send it to impoverished communities in Peru and Mozambique. If it is used, we use it for different purposes. Part of the used clothes we put on sale in our shops in Spain. Another part we give to social and humanitarian organizations in Spain to support the vulnerable groups they serve. And another part of the used clothes we sell to companies that resell them in third countries, thus generating funds to support the social, educational, cooperation and humanitarian projects that Madre Coraje sets up. The second one is the shops. Madre Coraje shops are run by volunteers, mostly women, and 20,000 people a year consume in our shops. And by shopping our shops, we are taking action to transform people's reality. And number 3, they are online sales. Digital tools used wisely can be an interesting tool to promote second-hand actions. That is why Madre Coraje offers second-hand clothes on platforms like Wallapop or Vinted. In addition, Madre Coraje develops a project with the Art School of Cádiz that combines creativity and recycling. The students choose clothes, curtains, sheets, or tablecloths from the shops, from our shops, to create unique clothes. A fashion show is then organized to present these new collections, and finally they are put on sale in our shops.
It was really nice, all the initiatives that you were talking. After talking about all this, is the vision of zero waste in the textile industry possible to achieve anytime soon?
Achieving zero waste in the textile industry is very, very ambitious and challenging. And given that fast fashion is the current consumption trend and that the European textile waste strategy is not yet being implemented, I would say no. I don't see possible to achieve zero waste soon. The foundations for a transformation are being laid, but there's still a long way to go. But, as we have been saying during this interview, significant progress can be made by adopting sustainable practices and circular economy principles. For example, about circular economy practices, material innovation, waste reduction strategies, recycling technologies, consumers' awareness and behavior, industry collaboration, regulatory support, because as I've been said, while achieving absolute zero waste in the textile industry may be challenging, the vision of zero waste serves as a guiding principle, driving the industry towards a more sustainable and circular future, even if complete elimination of waste may take time to achieve.
With all this festivity season now behind us, Perhaps it's a good time to encourage everyone to think about whether they have thought about their gifts or outfits from a sustainable perspective. Did we shop at second-hand stores, organize a clothes swapping, or did we donate clothes we no longer wear? We for sure can do it in the near future, so every small step counts, doesn't it?
Absolutely right. Every small step counts when it comes to promoting sustainability in the fashion industry, encouraging individuals to buy one clothing item less and consider alternatives like you said, shopping at second-hand stores or organizing clothing swaps is a meaningful and actionable approach. And the first thing to do is to ask ourselves the key question: do I need a coat or a jumper? If I do need it, we can evaluate different options such as renting the garment, buying in second-hand shops, exchanging clothes with friends, family or other groups, buying in sustainable, ethical and responsible fashion shops, etc. There are many options. The important thing is to ask ourselves if I really need it.
Yes, that's a quick question that we don't often do ourselves. So Javier, congratulations for all your work, first of all, and it was a pleasure to have this conversation, and for sure, thank you very much for all your time.
It was also my pleasure. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you very much.